At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
With special needs planning, what I can do with families is help to make sure that in the event the parent no longer is there to finance the care of their child, that there's a trust available or other people available to make decisions for that child. I really like working with my clients, I like coming to work, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
You know, at the end of each year, we look at, you know, our personnel coming back, and we fit our scheme to fit our personnel. You know, I think it's going to be a similar offense to what we saw last year. Defensively, we keep it extremely simple. You know, we know our gaps, and we play fast.
I feel like, you know, those three things were things that were instilled in the program, obviously by Rick Pennypacker, and you know, as any first-year head coach, I want to build on the things that we already do well, and at the same time, you know, add a little bit of flavor to, you know, spice up the program, do things that'll help us win games and not just do them.
The following sports presentation is brought to you by the PCTV Network, powered by TELUS Vision, your hometown station. We're home for you.
It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. That's our slogan. But I dare adjust, and it's the truth, and it fits best. The PCTV Network, your #1 source for local sports, with your favorite hosts, Bernie, Dave, Al, and Scott. The PCTV Network, we're home for you. It's more than a slogan, it's all true. Local programming, stream 24/7, the PCTV Network. It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. Check out channels 22, 28, and 98. Tune in, it's sure to be great. The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, Make sure you support PCTV Network, PCTVnetwork.com, your hometown station.
From Coach Pennypacker Field on Pottsgrove Stadium on the campus of Pottsgrove High School, the PCTV Network proudly presents Pioneer Athletic Conference football. It is Pope John Paul and Pottsgrove. Well, everybody, Al Ganoza, joined by Dave Ridenauer. Dave, this is special. We got two 5-0 teams coming in here. It's a good feeling, and we have some sunshine, too.
Yeah, it's sort of a rarity here. You know, we're kind of not sure what the heck's going on here, Al, but, yeah, we do have the two teams that are undefeated in the Pioneer Athletic Conference in the Frontier Division at 5-0. The two teams that really everyone's looking to, that the winner of this ball game probably should have a pretty good walk through the rest of the division as well. But we got two teams here anxious to get at it.
And Pope John Paul, last year they came in here unbeaten and suffered their first loss. And last year they featured a good offense. Nothing really has changed in that regard.
Yeah, well, they come in, they're averaging over 35 points a game, and so they like to throw the ball, they like to move it. They got this quarterback, Kamal Gray, who we can't wait to see. Everybody's ranting and raving about him. And Pottsgrove, again, on the other side, they give up less than a touchdown a game, 5.5 points a game. So they're going to play that rough and rugged defense. It's going to be interesting to see how they go against one another. I think a good start is really going to be important tonight.
And we might see Pottsgrove pass a little more than last year?
Well, you know, they said that, but they've gotten back to the run game. Isaiah Taylor is a guy now who's really settled into the tailback position. He gives you a different dynamic than what Rasul Faison did. He doesn't have the great breakaway speed, but really tough between the tackles.
All right, we'll have the opening kickoff coming up right after this.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Hey, Terry Musson here. Doing whatever it takes as always. People ask me, can I still do a cartwheel? I can. But when we work with you, we're not only going to do cartwheels, we're going to bend over backwards. And as always, you have my personal guarantee. Call us.
We got some little special festivities here tonight as some of the former champions of the Potts Grove football program are in attendance. So we're going to see them, as well as some of the future Falcons, some of the little guys that'll be out here running through the tunnel.
Dedication and commitment to their teammates. We don't have a roster, do we? Oh, there we go.
We would like to recognize the following. Mr. Randy Martyr, the 1974 Chestnut
Now we got players for the 1974 Chestnut champions.
And Blake Strain from the 2016 and 2017 District 1 champions.
That's Blake Strain. He played last year. His dad is Kevin, his sister Haley, good soccer player here. 74, that was many moons. But Dave, that was you were a junior back then. You remember playing against Potts Grove?
I certainly do. We beat them.
Nice.
Absolutely. We beat them.
And also Cody Robbins, who is our current ninth.
You know, I didn't get a chance to really take a walk on that field, but
it's not too bad, really. It's not too bad. They got an inch and a half. I was talking to the athletic director, Mr. Hans Bach there, and Young Stevie said it's not too bad for getting an inch and a half. It rained very, very hard last night. I don't know if we got the thunder and lightning that they were calling for, but we certainly did get the rain.
Potts Grove's had a few championships over the years.
Certainly a lot more recently than they had years ago, but they certainly did have a lot of good football players over the years here at Potts Grove.
I'm trying to think, who was the quarterback back in 74, do you know?
Tom Miller.
Tom Miller.
Scotty Lance played on that squad. Jeff Starr, Kenny Chabin, Donnie Menser. Yeah, they had some nice football players back in those days.
They played against, I'm assuming you probably played against them in baseball too, some of those
Absolutely,
guys.
Yeah. They do a nice job over here at Potts Grove, keeping in touch with all their former players. Not a great turnout from the past champions, but let's check all these little guys coming out. All the future Falcons, they're going to have a good time as they run out here onto the field.
A lot of the younger cheerleaders are out there as well.
Yeah, and I want to take a minute to thank the cheerleaders and their coach, Coach Harris, who brought the girls down to the Monday morning quarterback at the Creekside Sports Bar and Grill on Monday night for the show. They did a great job. She brought about 10 to 12 of the seniors and some of the girls from the cheerleading squad, and they were fantastic. They just do a great job, and I want to again thank them so much for adding to our show.
And you had I heard your head coach Penny Packer on too, right?
Penny Packer and Scotty Reed, yeah. And actually Scott Furman, he filled in. Joe C. couldn't make it. Scotty Furman was there. We had a good time talking about the Eagles and the Steelers and the pro ranks as well. PJP, number 1 ranked team in my Monday morning quarterback top 5, and Potts Grove at number 2.
You know, I never understood it, and I've complained and groused about it in years past, why they just can't alternate. If you're home one year, you're on the road the next. They just seem, this will be the second year in a row that Pope John Paul's had to play here at Potts Grove.
Well, I think they go in 2-year cycles now. It's 2 and 2, I believe.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yep. See Potts Grove marching out onto the field. Looks like they will be in their maroon tops with the white pants. And I think, as I remember correctly from warm-ups, PJP will be in all white, Al.
Yeah, with the lovely yellow numbers.
That we won't be able to see.
No. No, so I'll apologize in advance.
Yeah. I'm actually getting a good look at the quarterback, Kamal Gray, though. I really am. You heard a lot about him. 13 touchdowns, only 1 interception. He also runs the ball very, very well, and I'm anxious to see what number 10 has in store tonight.
He has some big shoes to fill from last year, and apparently he has with De Laurentiis. He was an awesome quarterback.
Yeah, he certainly set a lot of records down at Polk, John Paul. He was an offensive player of the year. He was an all-league caliber kid, and it's a great job. See Isaiah Taylor, who you mentioned a little bit in the pregame, Al, as he's sort of taken over the job. He and Isaiah Glover, where we're alternating, but Taylor has really become the predominant running back this year. There you see all the little guys. What a thrill for them, huh?
That's a nice touch.
Well, whatever you can do to keep the kids interested, keep them looking forward to football, and hopefully someday coming up here and playing at the high school level, it's always a good thing.
All right, we'll be back with the bigger boys playing.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Looks like Pottsgrove will be kicking off from going from our right to our left.
I'll tell you what, Pottsgrove's got a lot of familiar numbers out there on the kickoff team, Al. They're not putting a bunch of young sophomores and freshmen out there who are trying to earn a varsity letter. You can see Bedolis, you can see Adams, you can see a whole bunch of numbers out there that guys who can play that they need to cover these kicks. Jador Colbert, number 32, is another one. I'll tell you what, a great weapon they have, though, Al, is their kicker. Number 2, Michael Sereni, is really a heck of a kicker and an all-league caliber kind of a kid. Handles both punting and kickoff duties.
Let's see if footing is an issue, and they appear to respect him. They're standing, receiver standing back at the 5-yard line. Wind is not an issue. Maybe a little bit of breeze at John Paul's back. And we are underway with a good return into the open field.
DJ McCafferty.
McCafferty makes a nice cut inside and is finally taken down inside the 20.
I tell you what a great play, though, by the kicker. He played the angles right, cut him off in the path, and then all of a sudden he let the pursuit come back. But what a great way to start the game for the Golden Panthers. There you can see the leg of Sereni. He gets the ball back there. They kick that one block. That's all you need, Al, is that one block. And a guy like McCafferty, who's a senior, has been around. That's all he needed, and a good job of hustling back. That time by Sibley, number 15, or that would have been 6-0 to start the game.
Yeah, it looked like the footing wasn't that bad.
Well, especially not for the white shirts.
No. So Gray out of the shotgun. Little pass out in the flat. Is that McCafferty again? I'm going to have a hard time reading these numbers, but I hope to pick them up by the end of the night. Is that Matula?
And good play by the inside backers. That's Kennedy coming out from the inside. to make that play. But you notice they motioned away from strength and threw backside to try to set up a one-on-one, Al.
Second down, about 4 for Pope John Paul. First drive of the game, barely a minute, not even a minute played. Fake the jet sweep. Gray is getting chased, eludes pressure, back of the end zone, touchdown!
Wow, what a catch. What a catch.
That was like Stevie Scarbeck. Stevie Scarbeck back of the end zone. His old man played for Pius. Making Dad proud on that one.
Well, this is what they call extending the play, Al. Notice how they had a shot at Gray. Gray showed his ability to move inside the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and saw Scarbeck running along the end line, and with a nice pitch and catch for the Golden Panthers.
Good hands on that. And the extra point is good. Boy, that took exactly a minute. And PJP is on top 7-0 here on Coach Penny Packer Field. We'll be back.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
Hey, most of the fans aren't even in their seats yet, Al, and it's already 7-0 for PJP. You know, they came in here last year, as you mentioned in the opening, undefeated, and they got shellacked 63-27. They've had this date circled on their calendars for a long time.
And over-end kick. Turned by Pottsgrove. That was number 5. That was Isaiah Glover on the return.
And a nice return at that as they start out in pretty good field position. Certainly not the return that C.J. McCafferty had for PJP, but much, much better than where they were. That was a nice kickoff by PJP as well. 2 really good kickers in this ball game tonight.
So Jay Sisko, starting quarterback last year, very fast, member of the track team. Backs are in the I formation. And they're going to hand it off. That's going to be Isaiah Taylor.
As I mentioned, he has taken over the role as the predominant running back. He had been alternating with number 5, Isaiah Glover. Glover has really been moved more to the defensive side. He will get some carries, but Taylor gets most of them.
And Jay Sisko looks like he will be running back and forth to get the play from the sidelines. Well, they only gave Taylor a yard.
Yeah, it was sort of a quick whistle, Al. I thought he was still had his legs churning there and picked up a couple extra.
Pretty tight man coverage out on the wides. Pottsgrove will run the football again. Again, it's Thomas. Takes a good hit as he gets up over the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 2.
Well, I had Billy Hawthorne, and the player of the week was number 54, Justin Adams, on the show on Monday night. And he said the heart and soul of our team is our offensive and defensive lines. If they play well tonight, we have a good chance of beating Pope John Paul. If they do not get off the ball, it's going to be a tough, tough night for the Falcons.
Looks like PJP has some good size along that defensive front.
Well, this is one of the areas I know Rory Grover wanted to fix up. You know, Coach Graver is really doing a heck of a job in his 5th season.
Yeah.
He's really brought this program a long way.
Wow, look at that surge by the defensive line, dropping Taylor for a loss. And bringing up 4th down, and Pottsgrove will send in the punt team.
Like Andrew Duff, number 50, playing that middle linebacker spot. Al was in on that play. again, we'll apologize. They have those white jerseys with those light yellow numbers, and now it's getting a little muddy. It's getting hard to see.
Yeah.
But look at that punt by
Wow.
Rennie. Yeah.
That's a howitzer. Flag is down. And it's going to be down to the 16-yard line, but you would automatically think that's going to be a procedure. But if it's offside PJP, it'll be a first down.
That'll be a shame if that's against Pottsgrove. Uh-oh, illegal formation. Wow.
That'll wipe out the punt.
Jeez.
You would think they'd want them to do it again.
Absolutely. After that punt, absolutely. And I'll tell you, one of the things that they got to talk to the yard marker crew about, because they already moved. You cannot move until the umpire or referee whistles you down the sideline. Yep. They already moved, and they're going to be lucky to have the right spot on this.
Especially if you see a flag. Yeah, it'd be nice. Ideally, Pope John Paul would have nice dark blue numbers.
Yeah. Well, we ran into this problem with Springford a couple of years ago, too, and I used to get on Chad Brubaker at all these meetings. You come out with all this beautiful new stuff every year, but it certainly doesn't help us up in the booth trying to figure out who's who, and we apologize if we incorrectly name somebody. But to see a Sereni could go 2 for 2, as that was a heck of a punt that last trip.
It was a little lower. No, it's not going to duplicate that.
McCaffrey again.
He's finally swung around up over the 33-yard line. So a little bit of a different starting point for Pope John Paul. Their second drive of the game. They lead by 7.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day with homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
On first down, PJP puts it up again. A roll by Gray. Had Tao out there just a little bit too far downfield.
Well, you can see the arm strength of Kamal Gray, though, as he rolled to his left and still had a lot of mustard on it. He's completing 55% of his passes, as I mentioned in the pregame. 13 touchdowns, now 14 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. So he is making really good decisions here in his first year starting for the Golden Panthers.
They send 3 receivers out near side. Single setback in the shotgun. Gray wants to chuck it again. Fires deep downfield. Coverage is out there. Blanket coverage by Jamal Springfield.
Well, they got him out on an island, man. That's Revis Island out there. And he said, okay, we're going to go man on man with you. And Springfield did a pretty nice job there. Got to be careful. You don't face guard. You got to get that head turned around at some point and look for the ball as they're trying to find Scarbeck, who caught the first touchdown pass of this ball game.
That was a nice looking chuck, wasn't it?
Yeah. They say this guy's got skills. There's no doubt about it. He transferred in from Archbishop Carroll. He's almost like what happened with Pottsgrove when they got Rasul Faison. He comes in out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, my goodness, it's a program changer. This Kamal Gray can be a similar type player for the Golden Panthers, what Faison was for the Falcons.
3rd down and 10 after 2 incompletions. Likes to roll to his left. He looks very comfortable throwing from it. Again, good coverage by Springfield, and the pass is incomplete. Looked like he wanted Scarbeck again.
Well, that's a good defensive series there for the Grove. They needed something like that. They're still a little shell shock from that first opening kickoff and then subsequent drive where the Golden Panthers put up 7 real quick, as you mentioned, Al, with only a minute going in the first quarter.
Is that Natal punting?
I think it's Gray.
Oh, Gray punting.
Yeah, I think that's number 10. Yep.
Not much of a step forward. Short punt will take a lateral roll. Potts Grove, a little improvement in the field position, will be up at their own 35-yard line, looking to improve on a 3-and-out on their first drive.
Well, Springfield made a good decision there as he signaled for the fair catch, and then the ball came up a little bit shorter than he thought. And he also did, I think he's talking to the ref a little bit about some interference because the Pope John Paul player was down there in his face and didn't give him that little halo area to catch the ball out. And don't forget about the Monday morning quarterback. We'll be live on Monday night. We'll be back in the Pottstown High studio, 6:30 to 8. Lots of fun. Tune us in.
Potts Grove will stay on the ground and has limited success. And again, it's Thomas. I'm sorry, Taylor, Isaiah Taylor.
Well, he is the leading rusher in the Frontier Division, 658 yards on 85 carries. He's averaging almost 8 per attempt and 8 touchdowns. But so far, the Johnnies have really done a nice job of bottling up that line of scrimmage. They're daring Cisco to put it up. They really are.
Still not going to do it. And Pope John Paul making him pay with another lost yardage play. Taylor goes down for a yard or 2 loss.
That's Metalla, Justin Metalla, tight end, defensive end. Now they got a 3rd and long situation here, and Potts Grove does not like to play from behind the sticks. It's not a good idea for them to get in these 3rd and long situations. Cisco's a much better quarterback when he can use the play action now.
Again, out of the shotgun. Little play action. He's going to keep it. Cisco with a nice cut. Nice spin. Has a first down. And Jay Cisco showing the legs.
Well, he has
so much nicely.
Yeah, and good individual effort there. Al said he comes in there with 159 rushing yards to go along with his passing stats. But this is a called run. This is no option. This is no breakdown on the offense. They did a real nice job of walling off the inside. See if you can pick up a block downfield. I know my coaches used to always say, you got to make that first guy miss. You make that first guy miss, you're going to have a productive run, and Cisco did just that.
First down up at the 48-yard line. First down of the game for Potts Grove. 6:14 left first period. Ball's on the ground. A lot of PJP players pointing their way. And so's the official.
Well, that's Colbert, the fullback there. Not a good mesh inside. Colbert thought he was going to pull it out and run the option or keep running to the outside. He runs forward with the ball. The ball's laying there, and one of the alert Pope John Paul players pounces on it. It's 1st and 10 going the other way. Yeah, it's just a mix-up, bad mesh in there between the quarterback and the fullback. And there you see a bunch of white shirts out, all diving for the loose ball. And now they got the ball on the plus side of the 50 again.
Yeah, 2nd time of the quarter. Again, they will have wide receivers all over the place out of the shotgun formation and a man in motion. Fake jet sweep, handoff inside.
That's Natali.
And Natali with a good gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, he comes in averaging a little bit over 6 yards a carry out. He's got 6 touchdowns, so he certainly can do that. He's got nice hands coming out of the backfield. He has 7 catches on the season as well.
He is a junior. They got a lot of juniors getting a lot of action. I'm sorry, that's AJ. He is the senior. AJ Natali is the senior.
Yep. Well, he's one of the guys we talked to during our pregame show, or preview show, before the season started. He didn't want to give up too much information, but he basically said that they have this game scheduled for a long, long time.
Setting up a screen, and it looks pretty well set up down the sidelines. That Natali again.
I tell you what, they did a great job. Potts Grove almost recognized it quick enough, but not quite. And they just flipped it right over the head. Look at the nice convoy he has going down the sidelines.
Oh, it's Cormos, my bad.
That's one of the young sophomores. I believe he's a sophomore. He is, yeah. Justin Cormos, one of the leading receivers in the league as well. He's averaging 31 yards per catch.
Wow.
Tell you what, Roy Graver is dialing up some plays, isn't he?
Yeah. A little bit of everything. First down at 10, flags fly.
See, this is stuff that drives me crazy. This is amazing. That side judge should tell the guy, move up on the ball a little bit or move back on the ball a little bit, son. That has nothing to do with the play. This is just awful. And these high school guys get carried away with throwing the flag way too many times. Back when I played, they used to tell you, move up on the ball, 80, move up on the ball, 80, or get back off the ball, 86, or something like that. I mean, it's not going to affect the play. I just don't understand this. It messes up the whole flow of the game.
Yeah, we didn't come here to see flags.
Exactly. We came to see two good teams, two 5-0 teams, decide who's the winner on the field.
So first down at 5 for the guys in white. They already lead 7-0. Gray, corner of the end zone. Throw is out there. Man is out there. Oh, nice play by Springfield again.
Well, they're giving him that tough assignment. He has Scarbeck man-to-man all over the place. This time he does a great job. Scarbeck has really shown the ability to get into the end zone. He's got 6 touchdown catches, averaging almost 25 yards a catch. And there Springfield just did a nice job using the end zone, too, as an extra defender.
Man, when you play corner against Pottsgrove, they're going to say, you're on your own.
Yep. They want to jam the box a little bit. They don't want Gray to get out there and be able to run. And again, AJ Natale can run between the tackles as well.
Second down and 5.
Oh, nice play.
That's going to be a touchdown for PJP. Natale.
We should call that little cross buck action now as they fake one way and go the other. Watch what happens here. They fake the jet sweep and then they give it right back. Good trap block inside. The offensive line is really getting some movement over really, which many people think is the best part of this defense, the defensive front of the Falcons.
John Paul with 2 touchdowns. Barely 8 minutes played in the game.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
No good.
Nope.
No good.
That's about the only thing they've done
Yeah,
wrong.
really, I'll say.
All right, Pottsgrove loses the ball, puts it on the ground. PJP makes them pay. They're up 13-0.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Well, PJP has started out very well. Thanks to that kickoff, opening kickoff really set the tone.
You hit it right on the head, Al. I mean, my feelings exactly. I think when Coach Graver got off the bus this afternoon, got himself here at Pottsgrove, he's like laying out all kinds of scenarios. This is the best case scenario, which is happening for his squad right now. The only problem they have to keep up right now is not having that emotional letdown. When you start out so fast, you're so hyped up, sometimes you get a little tired. But right now, PJP looks like they're on all cylinders. Look at this guy. He's got a leg, too.
And we figured that was Morose,
yeah.
Right? And here's Springfield. Springfield with a head of steam right up the middle.
Look at this.
And he is going to take it the distance. Wow.
Well, you talked about track speed a little bit earlier, Al. There's some track speed right there. Jamal Springfield, right up the chute. Remember, all you need is a crease. When you're a guy that can run like that, you don't jitterbug around. Watch this. He doesn't make any moves. Boom, right up there, picks up that one block, makes one guy miss, and they're not going to catch him. Nice move, Jamal Springfield.
Now both teams have had the benefit of a long kickoff return.
We got some stuff going on here as it looks like Pottsgrove is going to go for 2, maybe. All right, they want to check out what's going on here. All right, that's Sereni.
No, what are you kidding me?
Is that a version of the old swinging gate?
Something. Looks like, yeah, Sereni puts it through. I'll tell you what. Well, you know, we talked about Rory Graver having everything coming up roses his first quarter. This is what the doctor ordered for the Falcons.
I like what you said. None of this going left, going right. Go right up the middle with a kickoff return.
Absolutely. You got to make one cut and then shoot. And Pottsgrove, to its credit, did a real nice job of getting that little crease, and Springfield certainly knew what to do with it. That's part of that senior leadership that Bill Hawthorne talks about. You know, Springfield's been around. They're used to winning. This is a winning program at Pottsgrove. These are the kinds of things that Pope John Paul wants to get to that point. They are almost there. And if they win this game tonight, it's going to be a huge step in that direction now. But they want to be the Pottsgroves of the Frontier and the Pioneer Athletic Conference.
We've had our fair share of kickoffs tonight already.
And great excitement already. This is more excitement than we see in most games already, Al.
Yep.
And here we still have 4 minutes and 1 second to go in the first quarter. Now you see the importance of putting your varsity players and some of your defenders out there on the kickoff team. Although C.J. McCaffrey showed their weakness there.
I think that's McCaffrey again.
Much better job of covering that time.
Oh, yeah, that is McCaffrey.
Yep.
I think Bedola's in on the tackle.
Yeah. You don't see the defensive player of the year normally on the kickoff coverage team. Ryan Bedolas was the player of the year last year in the Frontier Division of the Pioneer Athletic Conference, and they have him covering kicks. That's how important it is.
So his proud daddy, Dave here, good guy, former coach.
Great coach, too.
Yes, absolutely.
He should be on the sideline somewhere.
Yep. Did a heck of a job at St. Pius at Daniel Boone.
I remember little old Daniel Boone. They couldn't beat anybody. He was up there and knocks off Harrisburg and all the big boys. His son Tommy was a heck of a football player, quarterback and defensive back, who ended up playing at Bucknell University.
And Eric, who played here.
Yeah, and now of course Ryan.
Pottsgrove stringing it out at a high tackle on the towel. Good yardage, about 5 yards.
You know, he's a stocky dude. They have him listed at 5'10" and 200, and I think he is that. I mean, he's got a really solid lower body. You can see that he's able to break through those tackles. Natali is a guy who wants to get his name up there with the big boys.
If I'm a defensive coordinator, I really don't know what to expect from PJP. Done a little bit of everything, and they've done it well. Pottsgrove defense stiffening up. Darian Seaman, Jr., played a lot last year as a sophomore, in on the tackle. And that will bring up third down at about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Well, he's part of that defensive front that Coach Hawthorne is so proud of. He loves his defensive line. You got Bedolas and Seaman and Adams and those guys. And he really thinks they can control the line of scrimmage. Throw in there Bryce Kennedy, who was starting to come into his own as well.
Gray's going to keep it. Gray goes right up the middle and finally pulled down after a first down run. That was number 33, Caitlin Smith. I guess that's a Kaleem Smith?
Kaleem Smith, yeah. But did you notice how Gray kept that ball tucked up in there pretty tight, because Smith was going to tackle the football as well. A lot of you youngsters out there, don't let that football get away from your body. Keep it up there high and tight right into your bicep. That was a good play by Kamel Gray.
Ball sitting at the 46-yard line. Again, they'll send the man in motion, fake the jet sweep again, and handoff.
That's Natali again.
Nice run by Natali to avoid a loss.
That was the same play they just scored the touchdown on. They faked that jet sweep. They had that RPO, that run pass option, and they give the ball to Natali coming back, trying to follow his guard, who's trying to kick out the end. That time, Bedolas did a real nice job of biting down and knocking off that hole.
How can you see those numbers? Is that those glasses, do they work?
No, they're only for reading.
Okay.
I can still see far pretty good, Al, for an old man.
I found over the years that I cannot. Gotta join that vision plan at work. Play action. Man open in the flat. Looked lighting a towel.
No, that's McCafferty.
McCafferty.
Yeah.
One of them.
See how they utilize their backs in their formations as well. They have 5 guys out there on the pass route, and Pottsgrove just doesn't have enough guys to cover everybody. C.J. McCafferty is one of those all-purpose kind of guys. He has 11 receptions for 109 yards coming into the ball game. There they pick up a very big first down to keep the drive alive.
Clock running at 1:14 left to play in the first period.
That's what I like about Coach Graver is he uses all his guys. You know, you talk about having 5, 6 guys out there. He uses them all. That way it's tough to key on one particular guy.
And they all run very well and catch well. Gray's going to keep it that time, breaks through 1 tackle. Adams gave him a hit and then finished off by Jaden Tucker. As the clock runs down, and we may have one more play, barring an incomplete pass, left in the first period. 2nd down and 8. Both teams, as we said, unbeaten at 5-0. 4 non-league wins and one league win.
Yeah, Pope John Paul coming off a very impressive win over Upper Perk. Upper Perk, who normally gives these teams fits, didn't fare so well last week, that's for sure. They got shut out by the Golden Panthers.
McCafferty in motion. It's cutback run and but limited yardage for PJP. And that run will do it for the first quarter. Panthers scored the first 2 touchdowns. Pottsgrove has added 1 since. Good ball game. A lot of offense.
Hello, I'm Wayne Klein, President and owner of Klein Transportation, along with my wife Adele. We've been providing passenger transportation since 1957 for students going to Daniel Boone School District and charter business since 1979. Allison, our daughter, is actually the representation of the 4th generation of the Klein family.
We invite you to join us to go to many fun travel destinations. Our motto is half the fun is getting there. We are so proud of all of our staff of travel specialists. Whether you contact us by phone or online, we help you choose a Klein tour, a casino trip, or to schedule your transportation by motor coach or school bus.
Let's step on board and choose our next destination.
Gray rolling to the right, fires it out of bounds. If we get a look down, go ahead, Dave. You're
No, go ahead. No, go.
I was going to say, Steve Scarbeck against Jemai Springfield. They are close enough. Springfield is close enough to tell what Steve had for lunch.
Well, he's in that bump and run, tight coverage, man. You know, he's playing the role of what they call the shutdown corner, and he's got a lot of pressure on him. Doesn't have a lot of tackling responsibilities at this point. It's mainly shut down, number 25. And looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down now. This could be a big momentum play for both sides.
Wow, 4th down and 6. Gary DiRenzo just having dropped into the booth. Can you get us food or not? You're not doing that anymore.
That's Gray, back to pass.
Gray's going to be taken down by Bedolis. Wow. Or Nate Tornetta.
Tornetta had the first hit, and Bedolis cleaned him up. That's how you have to pressure Kamal Gray. You got to come at him from both sides. They kept him in the pocket. As you mentioned, Springfield up there in that tight coverage, he had nowhere to go. Tornetta flushed him, and Bedolis finished him off. That was a big play for Pottsgrove. Let's see if they can convert now.
Best starting points. There's Ryan Bedolis. Best starting point of the night at their own 40-yard line. Again, the backs of the eye. And Cisco going to run the option and hand off to the fullback. Nice plow ahead run. That was Colbert Over to load to bring down.
He's coming into his own too. He's only a sophomore, but you can see the size. They have him listed at 6 foot and 200 pounds. He did a good job of churning and getting those yards after contact. Now, you see he got hit back there around the 45-yard line. He picked up an extra 2 yards, set up a second and maybe 3.5, almost 4.
Could be a huge turning point, that failed fourth down. Looked like PJP was on the way to another touchdown. Really nice defensive play. He catch that number.
Well, they had a little stunt inside. It might have been the nose guard in there. Number 52, that could have been Mark Bowen. Again, we're having a hard time trying to pick up those numbers with these light yellow letters.
Now, Gary, what are you doing these days, man?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you're smiling a lot more than usual on a Friday. 3rd down and 4 for Pottsgrove. Cisco's going to keep it himself, gets to the outside, gets to the corner and down the sideline. Jay Cisco inside the 30-yard line to about the 26.
That was a nice run. They picked up a big first down on that play a little bit earlier, but notice how Pottsgrove walled off the outside. Cisco's going to have to do a little bit more offensively, I think, tonight than he's used to. He's got to be a focal point of the offense. That's a good, solid run and a big conversion to keep the chains moving.
You know, the temptation is to throw, but when you have a quarterback as fast as Cisco, there's Taylor being buffeted about as he gets 2, maybe 3 yards.
But again, you notice where he was hit, though. He was hit almost at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to forge forward and pick up maybe 2-3 yards. Taylor is a between the tackles kind of guy. That's why he has won the starting position.
You see a shot of the defensive line. Pope John Paul.
See, I think Pottsgrove's philosophy right now, Al, is they want to wear down Pope John Paul. They don't want to put the ball up. They don't want to score quickly. They want to wear them down. They don't want to have them have the ball offensively.
Taylor busts through an opening. Taken down inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal for Pottsgrove.
Somewhere Rick Pennypacker is smiling like crazy right now because the offensive line for Pottsgrove is starting to get some creases. They're starting to wear on Pope John Paul, and there you can see what Taylor does, right between the tackles and picks up big yardage, 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
It's like McCafferty with the touchdown-saving tackle.
They weren't all that excited about jumping in front of him there, too.
No, no.
You know what I mean? He had a little head of steam going on.
1st and goal. Cisco's going to take it himself. Gets on the guards. Tush, and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jay Cisco ties it up at 13. Extra point attempt coming.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the safest play in football. I know Jim Mick used to love it. You know, Coach Peterson down in Philadelphia loves it with Carson Wentz and Pottsgrove with some perseverance here. The game has settled down a little bit. Next thing you know is we got ourselves a 1-point game.
Yeah. Falcons 14 straight points to take the lead. They will be kicking off again, and the kickoff tonight has been very exciting.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Hey, and while we saw that spot, Blake Yakalak wants to congratulate his wife for taking 1st place in the Pennsylvania bodybuilding competition. That's good. Vicky would like to thank the 3 coaches, her husband Blake, daughter Carrie, and son Tyler. He's the offensive line coach for PJP. So congratulations. Takes a lot of work.
I got some trivia for you right here, Al.
Go ahead.
She's a former student of mine, believe it or not.
Get out of here.
Yes, she is. One of my favorite students of all time. Yes, she was.
What's the maiden name?
Now why'd you have to ask?
I'm sorry.
I'm not
man.
like you, Al. I don't. Yes.
I'm sorry, man.
Yes.
That's all. I can remember anything from 50 years ago. It just happened yesterday. I can't remember.
I'm leaning towards Stetler, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
And I didn't want to say the wrong name.
I'm sorry,
but
man.
yeah, she's a good one. She was a pleasure to have in class, and I guess that's how old I'm getting.
Hey, I remember a lot of these kids for PJP when I used to help out over at St. Al's when they were like 4th and 5th grade. In fact, I got Alex Laura up here in the booth.
What'd you do, run the lunchroom or something?
Yeah, I was helping out in the lunchroom.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Like Steve Scarbeck, I remember, and it was CIO track.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a big series for Pope John Paul. Now they get cut out off the canvas. They got to come back and answer the bell.
And they'll have a long field to do it for the first time.
Up, little false start there. A little anxious. Now they're going to get a 1st and 15.
Yeah.
In the interior of the line there, somebody got a little head start. Yep, right there. There you can see.
Yeah, good call.
Looks like the right guard. Got a little ahead of himself there. Coach Graver's got to get back there and then start dialing up some of his magic again now. You know, as I mentioned, sometimes when you come out so good in that first 5-10 minutes of the game that you lose that emotional thing because you're kind of exhausted. They got to regroup now and they got to dig down deep to get themselves rolling again.
He wants Scarbeck again. And again, good coverage by Springfield. That is a good duel.
That is a great duel. That is a good one. And Springfield has accepted the challenge from Coach Hawthorne and his defensive guys. All right, I'll take Scarbeck one-on-one.
And I wonder if he was a little more fired up after Scarbeck holding that first touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a heck of a play. As you mentioned, how he extended the play. Looked almost like a Carson Wentz job, the way he maneuvered around inside the pocket. Gray kept his eyes down the field. A lot of guys will drop their eyes and look for somewhere to run. Gray didn't do that. He found the receiver in the back of the end zone, and what a great catch by Scarbeck.
Clock showing 8:52 left first half. It is 2nd down and 15. A little bit of a tighter formation, and they're going to run it. Talley taking it out of the slot, tailback slot. That's going to bring a 3rd down about 12, though, from very deep in their own territory. See if they put it on.
Well, they tried to go deep on the first play after the penalty, and Pottsgrove was ready for it, you know, on 1st and 15. Maybe that's not the best time to go deep in that situation because I think they're looking for pass. That was a nice little run, and they get it back within maybe manageable, 3rd and about 12.
You got Matula near side along with Scarbeck, and you have 2 receivers on the far side as well. Take the jet sweep again. Gray chunks it deep downfield, way over the intended receiver, and that's going to be a punting situation.
Very reminiscent of what we saw a couple weeks ago at Pottstown. You know, we saw that with Josiah Wiggins for Pottstown. Great arm, but was overthrown a lot of the passes.
Next week we'll be at Ursinus Muhlenberg at Ursinus College Football, and Ursinus has some former players who were both these teams. You have Jared Johns Loophole, played for Pope John Paul, and guys from last year's Pottsgrove team, Paris Janasek and Bailey Delp as freshmen. Springfield on the run, makes the first guy miss. Makes a nice cutback. Popped hard as he hits the 25-yard line, and where the momentum has really shifted toward Pottsgrove.
And number one's a big reason for that. The
Yes,
kickoff,
it is.
obviously, he shut down that defense with the wide out, man-on-man coverage. Here he does a good job with the punt return. This is why you cannot take breaks and relax on special teams. Special teams are so, so important. Kamal Gray doing a nice job of helping finish off the tackle. Let's see if Pottsgrove sticks to the ground again. This might be a great time for my little tight end bump down the middle of the seam somewhere. They're biting, they're biting, they're biting.
Cisco's going to keep it. Wow, breaks through one tackle nicely and gets a gain of 5, maybe 6 yards on first down. Ryan Payton, Chris Salvo. Chris Salvo, I think his brother Andrew Salvo played Pope John Paul a couple years back. Good tailback.
But again, a productive play on first down. Now they pick up maybe almost half of it, maybe 4, almost 4.5, 5. Again, that offensive line starting to push their little weight around out there. Seaman, Adams, Tornetta, those guys are starting to have some fun. Good job by Coach Hawthorne right here. That didn't look good. It looked a little bit sloppy, like something was going to happen there.
All right, we have 7 minutes, 11 seconds left to play first half. Falcons on top by 1 and driving.
When did you see the sun?
When I needed to jumpstart sales. Build attendance for an event.
Help people find their way. Fast Signs designed new directional signage.
And got them back on track. Get started at fastsigns.com.
All right, it's been a good one so far.
Well, this is what we've anticipated, Al. We have the 2 top teams. Pottsgrove is the #1 ranked team in District 1 in the 4A. In the 3A, Pope John Paul is #1 ranked. They're #1 and #2 in my poll on the Monday Morning Quarterback Show. And obviously they're tied for first in the Frontier Division.
We're going to run the option. And that option didn't work.
Well, they haven't had a real good mesh between the fullback, which is number 32 there, Jador Colbert. He's a young sophomore. He and Cisco got to get on the same page because remember the fumble they had out earlier around midfield.
And that led to a touchdown. So that will be, they actually gained 1 yard or 2 yards maybe, so third down at about 4.5.
And normally I would say they're probably in 4-down territory, Al, but with Sereni as one of the kickers here tonight, you know, he and Morose both showed a pretty strong leg. Yeah. They might kick a field goal.
Deep handoff. Taylor headed to the end zone and is in there again.
Wow. You talked about that word momentum earlier, Al. That momentum has switched now to the maroon and white for sure. But again, look at that block inside. Look at the fullback. He didn't even have anybody to block. He's looking for a linebacker, an outside person, and there's nobody there because that offensive line did a great job of opening a hole for number 3, Isaiah Taylor.
And again, they start out with that, I don't even know what to call it. I don't think there is a name for it.
No, it's, what did you call it the first time? The
swinging gate.
Swinging gate, yes, swinging gate.
Coach Algio always used to do that with Lansdale Catholic. Low snap.
Now look at that kick. What a pleasure to see a guy who can kick.
Yeah, I think it's a strong boot. Pottsgrove 21 straight points.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
There's the student section, very colorful.
I just can't get over enough how much I just love seeing the kids when they come out there on a Friday night or Saturday afternoon. These kids get out here and work really, really hard. The players, the band, the cheerleaders, come on out and support them. Have a lot of fun. This is fun stuff, Al. This is what school is all about.
I agree, man. To me, there aren't enough Friday nights of football. You just can't get enough.
Oh, man.
Oh, good hard hit on the kickoff. Who's that, number 14? Riley Howard, sophomore.
He's another guy who's starting to come into his own. He had a nice interception. He's playing a little safety for the Falcons as well. A little indecisive there. When you're indecisive, this is what's going to happen. And McCafferty normally not that way because he is a senior. He knows how to run that ball. But Riley Howard did a real nice job of wrapping him up. I'm sure the special teams coach had a little talk to those guys after that opening kickoff. Well, let's see what PJP can come up with. See if Coach Graver gets a little more aggressive.
Wow, pass overthrown. They wanted Scarbeck.
Well, it's just what I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier. Kamal Gray has a strong arm. I said he reminds me a lot of Josiah Wiggins for Pottstown. They have the arm strength and the arm skill. They got to work on their accuracy a little bit as he's been, I don't know if he's too jacked up or not out, but he's been long and high with most of his throws. I said he comes into the game 46 for 83, which is 55%, so that's not bad. You want to get up closer to 60 a little bit, but still, he completes more than half his passes. He hasn't done that tonight.
This time 3 receivers. One gets tight coverage, the other 2 get some room. See if they go out on that near side flat, see if Gray's going to recognize that. Now, looks the other side, floats it downfield, has a man out there just a bit too far. Oh my, that was Scarbeck on that side that time, wasn't it?
Well, they had to step on Kaleem Smith. Kaleem Smith sort of got caught up in looking into the backfield there. You cannot look into the backfield. When you're out there one-on-one, they motion away. They go, you know, they've showed the propensity to go backside to that single covered guy and try to work him deep down the sideline.
You know, the downside of 2 incompletions, then you have a 3rd down and 10.
And the clock hasn't moved. It's still 6 minutes to go, and if they don't make a first down here, Pottsgrove will get the ball back with plenty of time to work on something here before the half.
Here are the locals of the Pottsgrove side, kicking the bleachers, getting the team fired up. Oh, hitch and go, has a man out there, wide open, and the catch! That is Cormos. Cormos takes it the distance.
That little wheel route, it works every time. If you're not careful, Cormos really has had some big catches. He's got 4 touchdowns out of the 8 receptions. Watch this little wheel route as he comes right out of the backfield. Springfield gets caught up inside, and Cormos has good speed for a young sophomore, and they're not going to catch him. Got to be careful about looking back, though. He almost stepped out of bounds.
Yeah. Justin's brother, Ryan Cormos, played for PJP.
They're going to have to go for 2 here as it's 21-19 to try to tie this score up. Wow, a big 3rd and long situation now.
Yeah. They would have had to punt the football away, and Pottsgrove got good field position. Instead, they're 2 points away from tying. A little reverse.
Philly special. They're trying to Philly special.
Nice cutback.
Oh, what a nice tackle for Pottsgrove. Wow. Oh, they gave it to him.
Hey,
whoa.
Progress is in there.
Because Justin Adams came flying out of nowhere. Here's the pass again. See how he set his feet a little bit better? He didn't just try to get back here and chuck it right in the breadbasket, right between the 2 and the 4. And like I said, Cormos, you got to just keep running, bro. Don't look back. I said he almost stepped out of bounds on the 5-yard line. Well, I'd like to see that 2-point conversion again as Adams came flying out of nowhere. I thought he stopped it before he got to the goal line, but the referee said he got in.
This has been one heck of a game already. I don't know. I like offense, man. How about you?
Well, I do, but I also am a defensive guy, too. I like when defensive guys come up and make big plays. It's such a different game in today's world, Al, you know, with the spread offenses and getting the ball out to people in space and stuff. So you don't see that little 3 yards in a cloud of dust in the old Chestmont League days that we had so much fun playing in. But, yeah, this is a good football game. Well, so far it's been everything it's been ballyhooed about, you know. It's been brought up. It's been the class of the Frontier Division, 2 5-0 teams. And right now, we couldn't get any closer at 21 apiece, Al.
And yet another kickoff. And Jemai Springfield, one of the people back deep. It's like Caden White. Is that White?
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Now that ball's still loose. That's Caden White, a freshman in my program. And Caden White with some speed down the sidelines. He has one man to beat. He is going to beat him, but a flag comes in. Touchdown, but I think it's coming back.
Wow. The Pottsgrove coaching staff is going crazy on the sideline here, too. Boy, I tell you, that was shaky for the young freshman at first. Holy smokes. When you drop the ball like that, sometimes the kick coverage can overrun the coverage. He makes a good cut. Look on this sideline here. There's going to be a block in the back. The Pottsgrove staff is not happy at all with this call.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
That was Brendan Snyder who was trying to make the tackle.
On the return.
Judge making the call. Happened right in front of him, but good effort.
Yeah,
Snyder.
Springfield working real hard to get inside of him there, and man, I'll tell you what. Look at, I mean, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
And there again, you want the referee to get into position, and our guy was a little bit out of position, and that's to me is always when I was coaching baseball, football, whatever. Referees in position to make the call, you got to go with it. But when they're out of position, that's where you take issue with them.
Pottsgrove will keep it on the ground.
Nice
Oh,
play.
my.
Wow, what a play. That's McCaffrey.
McCaffrey,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep. Good open field tackle. Great open field tackle. Coming right at you in your living room here. You want to be an outside linebacker, defensive back? Yeah, you missed the play there, but what a nice tackle by McCaffrey.
He is a senior.
Feisty little guy, the kind of guys you like to have on your team. He's only 5'8", 155, but he plays much bigger, and certainly with the experience he has as being a senior.
Second down, about 12 for Pottsgrove. They will stick to the ground, and Isaiah Taylor, not much room. They fired up. Anderson?
Yep.
Sean Anderson.
Trying to get him a little fired up. He's one of the bigger guys, 6 foot and 245. But boy, you can see how that penalty on that kickoff return has really changed things around here. Boy, that would have been something for that little young freshman, Caden White, to tell his grandkids about in the big game against Pope John Paul my freshman year. I took it back all the way.
And he has the video to show it. They're going to pass the football.
Oh.
And it's right at a defender.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Wasn't a good play there. That's Matala. Plays that outside linebacker defensive end position. He's another one of those juniors. I tell you, they got a good mixture of youth and experience on PJP.
So fourth down from about 35-yard line. Maybe too short to punt it.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I would.
I agree with you.
I don't think I don't want to give them a chance to get the ball at a shorter field. Your defense is playing pretty good.
It's a little far to run, too, and you haven't really thrown the ball. Cisco chucks it downfield. A lot of guys out there.
Oh, man, I hit him in the hands.
Wow, that was McMonigal who was out there. Had just run past the defender. Good-looking toss.
Yeah, Cisco just laid it back there. He had him beat one-on-one, and that ball hits him right in the hands.
That is a tough catch, though, over the head.
Old Ethan will be looking at that one tonight and saying, man, I'll tell you, I'd love to have a shot at that one again. Only a junior. He'll get more chances. You'll get more chances, buddy.
That is a tough catch when you have to catch it coming when you have a helmet on.
Well, let's see if Pope John Paul goes back to the aggressive style here. Plenty of time, 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh. And more flags.
Here's our buddy
Dead ball.
side judge again.
Ball start. On the offense, 5 yards. Still first down.
First and 15 with 4:04 left to play, and just as entertaining as all get out first half. Maybe everybody's surprised to see no rain. That's inspired them.
Well, that's what I was going to say a little bit earlier. Is I didn't want to jinx everybody and say anything, but what a pleasure to have a game of this caliber and magnitude not decided by weather and field conditions and rain and stuff. This is a beautiful night for football.
Is that the Wildcat or is that Gray?
That's my buddy Justin Adams, number 54. That is Gray.
Somebody lost a helmet.
That's Jamal Gray.
He will have to come out for a play, won't he?
I don't know if that's the high school rule or not.
And they've lost a couple more yards, so it's second down at about 17, 18.
And they have a backup quarterback in there, so I don't know if Pottsgrove wants to get aggressive here on defense and attack. I don't know if Coach Graver will go a little crazy here. Looks like number 1, DJ Clark. Clark's only a freshman. Yeah, they're going to put him in under center. Good smart move. Good smart move, Coach Graver.
And out to the fullback, who just gets swallowed up by half the front line. Looked like Seaman was in there, but he had some help.
That's Natali, number 21. Let's see if they try to get Gray back in there real quick for this important third down. Yep, he's coming back.
Somebody's called timeout.
Yep, Pottsgrove is. They want to try to stop him here and force a punt.
Oh, yeah. Get the ball back. We're tied at 21.
America was founded on potential, on the idea that it's better to see things not as they are, but for what they could be. At Mako, we don't think new is necessarily better. Sometimes the fact that it's yours is all that matters. So instead of giving up on the car you used to love, bring it to Mako. We'll fix every ding, every scratch, and every faded spot. It's time to give your car a second chance at Mako. It's time for a makeover.
All right, everybody, we got a dandy brewing here.
Well, this is a situation where they had third and long last time and threw that little wheel route. Cormos came up with a big long touchdown.
Tight coverage on the line.
Here's Gray.
Gray slings it, man, wide open down middle.
That's Scarbeck, he lost. Uh-oh, look at that play by Springfield, though. Wow. Jamal Springfield made up for the bad coverage where he lost contact with his receiver. But I'll tell you what, Gray can make some plays with his legs, can he? Holy smokes, and he keeps his eyes downfield and just threw a rocket in there to Scarbeck, and Springfield came up and redeemed himself for losing contact with his guy and caused that fumble. What a big play.
So first down Pottsgrove with 2:44 left to play first half. They have not really put the ball up that much, but Jay Cisco breaks it big up the middle, tackled from behind, right at midfield.
And that play has been productive. That's like the third or fourth time now they've run that. Cisco's got to be a bigger part of the rush offense.
And you mentioned their field goal kicker, so that's definitely a possibility.
Absolutely. And the clock stops as they move the chains. It'll start again once the referee puts the ball in play. But, you know, Cisco came in with, 159 yards and 6 touchdowns rushing. So he certainly knows what to do with it. There goes Taylor. Oh, man.
Taylor pulled out from behind. Didn't quite catch it, or did he slip?
Yeah, I think that was Anderson, number 67. But he was off to the races there. Looks like there's a penalty flag in the secondary, Al. I'm not sure what that is. Did we have something after the play? Maybe Springfield and one of the defensive backs got tangled up?
Are they discussing personal foul?
Sounds like the referee's mic is open there. That's what we're getting.
Foul on Pottsgrove, 15 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, something happened in the secondary, Al. after the play was over. So this is going to be a dead ball.
Is it a
I don't know. I don't know. Third and 15 now, Al, and again, you don't want to get crazy here.
They'll be in the shotgun.
I like it. I like the call. I like the call. Safe play. Don't go out of bounds. Make them take a timeout. They want to stop the clock. Look like Coach Graver is going to take a timeout here. There's 1:40 to go.
Nice play by Matul. I'll tell you, the team speed on PJP, very impressive.
Their defense has really picked it up. They have gotten a lot better. That is the area where I noticed the most improvement from last year and the beginning of this year till now.
So now it's PJP who thinks, hey, maybe we could do something with this.
I see the defense coordinator. Looks like Tony Yerger out there getting them all fired up. He's a good guy and a good young coach. I love the guy. He's a nut out there. He loves these kids, and he has his defense playing very, very well tonight.
Had two very talented kids go through with the PJP system. Twins, one a girl and boy. Wife Andrea, Rachel.
Tony Yerger. He's a product of Jim Mick. Jim Mick loved the guy. I know that.
He was a receiver. He was very fast in high school,
yeah,
right?
little guy. Yep, tough little guy for sure. His son played for PJP.
Yep.
A few years back. Just like his pop. Tough young kid.
Nick. That's who I had a hard time. I drew a blank, but Nick Yerger. Good wrestler, too.
Had that injury
Kid.
bug, though. That was the only negative part. He got hurt a few times.
Yep.
Sereni needs a bomber, and he got one. As that ball turns over, and the ball's down on the ground. Good coverage down there.
Uh-oh, returnable.
As he's going to get out of bounds.
Ooh. And the flags fly there. I couldn't tell if he got a face mask or a horse collar.
Well, it's close to the sideline there. Max Stopwell, number 40, maybe lost a little bit where he was on the field. Whatever it wasn't a terrible hit, like he waffled him out of bounds there, but I mean, that could have been a horse collar. Could have been a horse collar there as he had him by the back of the jersey.
But it was well out of bounds.
Yeah, and of course, when you're on the other sideline, it never helps, as the coaches will try to get that one. So there's two big 15-yard penalties against Pottsgrove here in the last 30 seconds to a minute, which they're going to have to clean that up.
Don't forget, next week we're going to college. Muhlenberg will be at Ursinus. Ursinus right now is unbeaten at 4-0. They will be playing at Johns Hopkins tomorrow. It's always a tough game against Johns Hopkins.
And don't forget, we'll be in the studio, Pottstown High, for the Monday morning quarterback as well. Scotty Reed and myself will have a lot of fun.
PCTV Network Studios hosting the... How many years you been doing that now?
Oh, man. Longer than I care to remember. You got some
getting
pressure.
chased. Has a man open.
There's
Again.
Scarbeck again.
Yep, Steve Scarbeck ahead of Springfield. They're giving him cushion, though. It's like a prevent, which is probably killing Springfield because he wants to get up in his grill.
Well, he's done a pretty good job. He's answered the bell a lot of times. You know, that's probably the toughest job besides the quarterback is that corner, especially when you're on that island one-on-one. And he has to take care of that.
Scarbeck comes near side. Springfield gets right up on him.
Coming with a backside blitz again. And that ball's a little bit high and away, Al.
A little bit behind. Looked like Natali that time.
I think that was
Can't
McCafferty. I think that was McCafferty, number 2.
Yeah, your eyesight's good, man.
Well, he's a little bit smaller than
Okay.
Natali, so that's what I'm going with. But that time, I think Gray got rid of the ball before he wanted to. He felt that little backside pressure coming in. That was Isaiah Glover, number 5, coming in from that backside pressure. Made him throw it before he was ready.
So 2nd down and 10. And whistles. And a legal procedure does not help things. I didn't catch it. At least we're doing it with a sense of urgency.
Attaboy, Scott. What do you got?
Got a dead ball. Ball start. Offense.
Second and a long 15 now, Al. But this is where PJP's been dangerous. You know?
Gray under pressure, and down he goes. There were a lot of people in there. Jaden Tucker, one of them.
Came from that middle linebacker position. They just had an all-out blitz, and Gray had nowhere to go with it. That's what you have to do. You have to keep him contained in that pocket. Don't let him break, cut, contain, and get outside where he can make some plays with his legs.
Would they send a linebacker or two there? Or is that just a jailbreak? Oh, come on, fellas.
Move back 5. Dead ball. False start.
I didn't get that.
Here we
Who's
go.
got the camera? Hey. Somebody's looking at us, Dave.
Up in our booth. Got a lot of characters up here in our booth. We got some administrators. We got camera people. We got you and I.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people going on up in here.
Got Brent Herring over there.
Uh-oh, now they're going the other way. Now they're going this way. It's all right, what are we going to do here now, Mr. Officials? These guys are working on their grades so they get some district playoff games out. we got the superintendent of Pottsgrove Schools up here, Mr. Shark, and he's writing all this stuff down. Former coach. 50.5 to go here, Al, and this is taking a little bit more time than should have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a slow couple of last minutes. Ooh, low snap.
That's Bedolas coming up big when they need him. Lasso's up, A.J. Natali.
Kind of a perplexing call unless they figure, you know what, let's just go into the locker room.
I would, and I might even take a knee and just say, okay, look, we got ourselves a heck of a game. It's 21-21. Let's not give them a cheap one. I don't even know if they're going to run another one. I probably would.
Gray looks like he's calling one, but they're not hustling enough. Well, maybe they want to.
Nope, didn't get it off.
All righty. It's been a good first half. We've seen a little bit of everything. A lot of special teams excitement as well. We're tied at 21.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
At At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
All right, remember the opening kickoff, PJP received it and took it for a good return. This time it's Pottsgrove's turn. They're going to squib kick, and it's picked up by one of the up men, who disappears under like McCafferty. Seaman?
No,
sorry,
Sibley.
Jack Sibley.
Yep,
Sibley.
Yep. Well, not bad field position, but obviously they do not want to kick the ball to Springfield again. Springfield has really been dangerous on special teams tonight. Well, this is always, I always like that first series or two in the second half, Al, to see what kind of adjustments were made at halftime, as I'm sure the coaches got down with their players and talked about everything.
They're going to run the option there. They run the first option on the option, Colbert.
And that's our buddy Sean Anderson again, number 67. He's been a force in there. We've called his name a few times here in this ball game.
He's a big fella.
They must have seen something that they thought they could give the ball inside to Colbert. Colbert's not really one of their primary guys.
And again, they're sticking with the I formation. They have thrown the ball sparingly.
Taylor tripped up. Yeah.
He has not gotten a lot of room, although he did come close to breaking one toward the end of the second quarter. And a third down long for Pottsgrove, trying to avoid a 3 and out.
Dobrowski, I think, was in on that tackle as well. Dobrowski's a guy who came in here has having a pretty good year. Big old number 54.
It's a nice Polish name. Who's that other guy? Ambrose Kalorari? Tackle just shy of a first down.
We're going to see where the spot comes up here.
That's Anderson again on another tackle.
I don't know if they got such a favorable spot that time, though, as his feet did sweep up from underneath him, but I thought he was a lot closer to that 45-yard line. And the coaches are going to give that line judge a little bit of the business there, is that's who they line it up on. That's why you have to hustle on that side there to get down there and find out where that forward progress goes to get the good spot.
So 3 and out for Pottsgrove, and a line drive punt is going to be fielded on the run. McCafferty. Justin Adams on the tackle, hustling downfield.
He does a good job. For a big guy, he gets down there pretty quickly on punt coverage. Well, let's see if Pope John Paul tries to go deep again. The Monday morning quarterback will be live Monday night, 6:30 to 8. Tune us in. We'll have our player of the week, coach of the week. A lot of good things happening on the Monday morning quarterback show.
Again, PJP spreading the field. Quick throw out in the flat. Very good 8-yard gain.
That little McCafferty out there, looks like little CJ, number 2. Popped right back up there. A little speed screen outside, and they call that an extended handoff anymore, Al. They just try to get the ball out real quickly in space and let your skill players make some plays.
I always thought that was dangerous. Could be picked off and taken the other way very easily.
Well, you got to get a bump from that outside receiver, or it could be for sure.
Second down at the yard, paid off for PJP. Fake the jet sweep, handoff to the tailback, Vitale.
That's Adams.
And again, Adams, younger brother of Jake Adams, now in Kutztown, played here for a couple of years.
They had some success with that same play in the first half. Natali scored a touchdown going the other way on that little fake sweep and hand the ball off with the guard and tackle coming across and pulling and trapping the defensive lineman. Another first down, though, for the Golden Panthers.
Oscar's going to bring a blitz. Gray gets rid of it. Overthrown, but at least he avoided a big loss.
That's the big boy, Ryan Bedolis, got him that time from that weak side. He felt that pressure. That's one thing about Gray. He feels that weak side pressure. He can tell, you know, they say those quarterbacks have to have that little internal clock that they know they can't hold it too long. They got to get rid of it. That time Gray did a nice job just to avoid a sack.
PJP scored the first 13 points of the game. Pottsgrove came back with 21 straight. And then remember PJP with that big scoring strike to Cormos and the two-pointer to tie it up.
Yeah, sophomore Justin Cormos on that nice wheel route out of the backfield.
Gray again hangs in there, and it's picked off. Underthrown and picked off. That's Colleen Smith. We've called his name a couple times tonight, and Pottsgrove is in business inside the PJP 40.
Well, check this out, Al. I think he gets hit as soon as he releases the ball, which helps this thing to go. There's Isaiah Glover doing a good job, and that's why you watch the football. I'll tell you what, Colleen Smith did a real nice job there, sagging off his receiver once he saw that ball go up there fluttering around. Get another look at it from behind the quarterback. Notice how he gets, boom, hit right there by Glover, and that ball just floats up there, and he did the great thing. He caught it at the highest point. Nice play by Pottsgrove.
Taylor out of the deep spot takes the handoff right up the middle, and they're going to give him about 4 yards on first down.
Well, remember in the first half, Al, when was Pottsgrove really moving the ball well? When that offensive line was starting to impose its will on the defensive front for PJP, trying to wear them down and tire them out, run between the tackles, and it looks like Pottsgrove's trying to get back to that at this point.
Yeah, they were pounding and pounding. Didn't throw a pass until late in the first half. They play the option, the pitch back to Taylor. Nice play by Cisco, waiting to the exact last moment.
Yeah. Well, the mesh point wasn't real good there. They were a little bit too close together, and that pitch really took him by surprise. But hey, give McGonigal a credit there for not making that block in the back, because he was in a precarious position there. Another first down, though, however, for the Falcons. McMonigal is one of those juniors, 6'2", 156 pounds.
Isaiah Taylor taken down by Natula.
Good two-way player for the Johnnies.
Another one of those juniors you mentioned, a lot of underclass talent on both sides. You always get that with Pottsgrove.
And I'll tell you what, one of the things I even talked to Coach Graver about before the game, look at the number of kids that are out for Pope John Paul. One of the smallest schools in the Pioneer, well, actually the smallest school, because they are a 3A team. And they have a nice number of kids out for football. That's great to see.
The ball's on the ground.
Oh, my.
Pope John Paul has it.
Yes. That's your boy Metallo again. Yep. Justin Metallo right there. Looked like Cisco hit him up in the shoulder pads a little bit, up in the chest area, not in the breadbasket. Yep, that ball, either that or Taylor was reaching for it. I couldn't really see from that angle, but that was not a good handoff between the quarterback and the running back.
This game has had a lot of swings and momentum with turnovers and big plays.
Yeah, it looked like that he just did not get the ball into the breadbasket area where the running back likes to get it, so he can tuck it and run.
First down at the 23. PJP not getting much on the ground. Not that they really run it that much.
Well, last year I was looking. Last year they rushed for minus 28 yards against Pottsgrove. Bilstein, old Jakey Bilstein, had 5 carries for 3 yards. He was their leading carrier last year. So obviously I thought that they were going to come in here and maybe try to establish a little bit more of the run game. De Laurentiis threw for 250 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he did throw 2 big interceptions.
Yep.
He was a good player.
was a good receiver,
oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah, he was a good all-around high school football player.
Yep. Setting up the screen, and it's incomplete, but just in case it wasn't, Jake Adams was out there. Or not Jake Adams. Sorry, Justin. Justin Adams was out there.
But again, look at the recognition by Bedols. He feels it. Look right there. He puts the brakes on, tries to get his hands up. And look at Adams, you mentioned there, my player of the week from the Monday morning quarterback last week was right there, just in case. Well, we've seen Pope John Paul now, Al, in 3rd and long situations. Don't count this one as being over yet.
Again, that matchup on the near side right at the bottom of your screen. Scarbeck against Springfield. Gray getting chased, throws it to the sidelines.
Boy, that's our buddy again. Yeah.
Boy, Kaleem Smith's been very busy. And a punting situation for Pope John Paul.
Well, Pottsgrove should win the battle of field position after that nice defensive stand.
They fumbled the football away before it's a 3 and out. See if they put pressure on.
Boy, Pope John Paul gets a nice roll out of that one.
Ball down at the 37-yard line. Don't forget, downloads are now available for the games that we show here, and we're told that the one for tonight will be available on Tuesday if you want to download that game. And this is from the beginning of PCTV, right? You order games from... Okay, from 87 on. I still someday would like to go through that library of films at Pottstown. Man, they go way back. That's just fascinating. Late pitch. Taylor slips, but PJP was out there. They had it defended well.
Yeah, that option's doesn't look right because the mesh between the pitch man and the quarterback, they're too tight. They have to have a better relationship. You got to be a yard or two ahead of them and about 3 yards wider than the quarterback. Looks like Taylor loses his footing on those outside run plays, Al. He's better in between the tackles where he could use those short little choppy steps.
It's Taylor again. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now, what do we throw it here? Do we maybe run Cisco? You know, Cisco had 3 or 4 runs where he picked up big first downs in that first half.
Yeah, they didn't show a penchant for passing on 3rd and long in that first half.
They are going to go 3 receivers to that far side, however.
They're looking at Springfield, thrown on the slant route, and it's incomplete. Ball was underthrown. And if Springfield would have caught that, he was going to get plastered.
Yeah, you got to have guts to be a wide receiver and run that slant because you know you're going to get popped, either a linebacker drifting out or a safety coming in.
So both offenses, well, not showing much, and maybe it's because the defenses have made the adjustments. Oh, there's a nice looking punt. And it's on the ground. Picked up by Cormos. Cormos tackled on the play by Justin Westcoat.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
OWM can assist in any aspect of a real estate transaction. We're here to protect your interests, representing builders and developers from a wide array of projects.
We provide agreements of sale, negotiate, draft, and then provide the agreement.
From multifamily to commercial shopping centers to large housing developments.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
First down run by PJP, nets nothing. Pottsgrove's defense has been very stingy.
That time was Niger Owens, one of the seniors to come in there. Got a little fired up on that one. He and number 25 inside, Jaden Tucker, have been doing a pretty good job. They haven't gotten much yardage in between the guards, that's for sure.
Nope. Throw out in the flat. Still trying to catch the number. Is that McCafferty?
I don't think it was. I think McCafferty threw the block, but I could be wrong. Two smaller guys.
Gain of about 7.
Well, some more manageable third down now, Al.
Somebody's calling timeout. I think it's PJP. It is PJP. 3:22 left to play in a so far scoreless third period.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
All right, don't forget, next week we're heading down to Ursinus College. Catching Pete Gallagher's Ursinus Bears hosting Muhlenberg from up in the Allentown area. Got some, a lot of Pioneer Athletic Conference athletes playing for Ursinus. Brett Capobianco out of Perk Valley. Jared Johns Loophole out of PJP. That'll be on RCN too, because that's where Muhlenberg is. With coverage up on RCN. Gray setting up a little screen, and oh my, it could be set up for a big one.
What a nice play.
First down inside the 40.
And Niger Owens was right there too. How did he miss that?
I thought he had it.
They seem to read it pretty well. It's that little middle screen right here.
Oh my
right
goodness.
there, right between two of them. And there's Niger Owens, and he picks up a couple of big blocks downfield. And what a big third down conversion for the Golden Panthers.
Who caught it? Did you see it?
I
couldn't
didn't
tell.
I think it was Cormos myself, but I'm not sure.
Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. That's probably been PJP's most successful run in quite some time, and that was in the tally.
Yep.
At about 4 yards.
Well, we talked a little bit about Pottsgrove wearing down PJP's defensive front in that first half. I don't know if Pottsgrove might be getting a little tired. They've been on the field a lot here in the second half. They haven't been able to produce much offensively.
Kamal Gray, the quarterback, junior. Showed a strong arm, but sometimes erratic.
Yep. You got to corral that a little bit. Like I said, that completion percentage should be a lot higher. He's had guys open and he's missed them. And again, that time he just takes it and fires it. You know, you have to have a little purpose with every throw you make there. And he's going to learn that. He's only a junior. This is his first real big experience, his first big game, that's for sure. And he's certainly getting passable grades, but he can even do a little bit better.
haven't seen him throw the long ball. He aired it out a couple times in the first half. Again, you have Scarbeck down in the lower part of your screen against Springfield. And we have whistles.
I think we might have a timeout, PJP. I think. Oh, delay a game. Okay.
Wow, that's crusher.
Wow. Yeah, you know, I don't know if they can do that and mandate it league-wide, but I know a lot of the schools, especially up in Lehigh Valley, they have that shot. They have the shot clock up there.
Yeah,
you know,
that would help.
It really would. You know, you hook that right onto the goalpost or somewhere where everybody can see it, and really helps the quarterback out a little bit, and even the coach.
Told Owen J has it. I guess it is an expense, but still, it's
minimal.
It helps. So third down at 11. Gray with time, steps up, now his pocket disappears, and he goes down back in midfield.
And that's the effort guy. The guy who's the leader on that defense, number 81, finally gets in there. And you got to wrap him up. You got to wrap him up with both arms so he can't break loose and throw that ball. That was a good defensive stand by the Falcons.
There you see Ryan Bedolas, youngest of the Bedolas clan. Papa Dave played for St. Pius, correct?
Correct. And Ursinus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Ursinus college guy. He says he has a daughter, a better athlete than all of them. She's only a youngster. She might be a 9th or 10th grader. There's that low end over end kick. Let's see how that works out. We're getting a good roll.
And it plops down right about the 11-yard line. Playing the field position game, and it paid off there.
This would be a spot where you'd see old number 2 Rasul Faison break one for about 90. You know, that's what they miss.
Yeah.
They just don't have that game breaker like they used to. Isaiah Taylor is really doing a nice job. We haven't seen Glover run the ball at all yet. Taylor, I guess, has won that starting job. And as I said, he came in here averaging 7.7 yards per carry. He's done a nice job tonight.
Boy, that Faison was so quick.
Yeah, he was good. He was fun to watch.
Yep. Taylor running again, and JP is there for it. Whenever Pottsgrove has run wide, JP has had the pursuit.
They tried that stretch play, and it just didn't work as Pope John Paul did a nice job of extending. See, this is where you need that dry field, though, because you got to plant that outside foot and get up the field, and that didn't look like he had a nice, clean plant.
Just think of all the rain these fields have taken. There's a lot of shale in Pottsgrove, so it doesn't always sink.
I think the field crew's done a nice job getting this field together. Kudos to them. See, that play hasn't gotten much, that little fullback job, and I tell you what, and that wasn't clean. I mean, that looked like it could have been a fumble job, and that would have been really bad for Pottsgrove inside their own 10-yard line.
Clock at about 30 seconds left to play, third period. Pottsgrove with a big third down, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd run another play. I might take this one and wait till the 4th quarter and go down the other side. Give everybody a chance to get a breather.
Cisco out to the line. We'll head off to Taylor again, and he gets just ingested. Looked like number 56, Calaroli. But there were a couple of white shirts in there very, very quickly. Wow, that defensive line has played well. All right, no points in that 3rd quarter. We'll be back with the 4th after this.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day. With homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
All right, Dave, the defense has definitely controlled that quarter.
Hey, I'll tell you what, how about giving Pope John Paul's defensive front a lot of credit?
Yeah.
They controlled that third quarter.
Yep.
They could not get a push. They could not get a move on there. And what they had been doing in that first half had been shut down. Good job by the defensive front for the Johnnies.
And borrowing a satellite boomer, PJP is going to have a pretty good short field to work with here.
Yeah, Sereni could, if he could dial one up right here, this would be the time to do it. Again, McCaffrey's a little jitterbug back there too. He's tough, man.
Standing back at his 47. That's a returnable kick too. Nope, it's a short one.
That's your buddy out there. That's your boy Westcoat again.
Westcoat. But PJP with the ball inside Pottsgrove territory.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Wow, first down play. Again, that matchup. Scarbeck against Springfield. Scarbeck had a step and the ball was perfectly thrown.
I'll tell you what, this young man's got some good hands. He really does. He's a great route runner. He understands that position. He gets open. Springfield has done a great job. Just mistimed his jump there a little bit. And I'll tell you what, young Steve Scarbeck has a set of hands on him.
Out of St. Al's.
He runs a great route here. He runs that post corner about as good as I've seen in a long, long time. He understands that there's more to just being a guy who can run a 4-2 to get open.
Yep.
You know, he understands that, and I'll tell you what, he's going to be a nice football player.
His second touchdown catch of the game, and it gives his team a 7-point lead.
See, Kamal Gray threw that ball with a purpose. He just didn't get back there and chuck it as far as he can to show everybody that's not a pass, punt, and kick. You know,
Yep.
you can throw the ball. We know you can, Kamal. Like I said, I saw the same thing with Josiah Wiggins a couple of weeks ago. You know, you have all the arm skills, all the arm strength that you need. Now you got to dial it in. That one he threw very, very well. Tough spot for Jamal Springfield. I tell you, he's been out on that island all night long. The coach has really put a lot of trust and faith into him, and I'll tell you what, he has played very, very well. Nothing to be ashamed of, but that time, Scarbeck got the better of him.
Man, that's one position where if you make a mistake, it is magnified.
Well, like I said, you're out there on an island. You're all by yourself out there. It's not like an offensive, defensive line where you can't see a lot of times what's going on inside. Defense, that's what I said, cornerback, I think it's the second hardest position other than the quarterback. Especially with these spread offenses and the way they throw the ball around anymore.
Another squib kick. Springfield's going to get a chance. Or that's not. Yeah, that's Springfield. Springfield dropped around the 32-yard line as he tried to spin around. Still a lot of time.
He's an exciting guy, isn't he, Springfield?
Yeah.
Reminds me a little bit about like a Fowler. You know, Fowler was that kind of kid for Pottsgrove. He was a little bit bigger, a little thicker maybe, but he was that exciting guy. He can go offense, defense. He could do special teams, and he had the ability to be a game breaker.
Yeah, he was a heck of an athlete.
Yes,
good
he
basketball
was.
player.
Yep.
little jet sweep action.
Here's Glover on his first carry of the night. Picks
Glover.
up a first down. Yeah. Isaiah Glover. Nice kid. Well-spoken. Talked to him down there in our little preview show down at Springford. Nice kid, Isaiah Glover.
I have not seen him. I don't recall him doing that, running in formation, doing the jet sweep yet tonight.
Yeah, well, he normally had been playing the same position that Isaiah Taylor ran.
Taylor a junior, Glover a senior. So Pottsgrove moves the chains. That time they fake the jet sweep. Cisco keeps it, gets up to the 44-yard line.
I tell you, that's our guy Metalla again. Justin Metalla is playing a pretty darn good game on that defensive side. They seem to be getting stronger as this game's going on. Now, is it me or I mean they looked a little tired in the second quarter in that first half. But boy, they've really picked up the energy here defensively in the second half as they have held Pottsgrove scoreless.
I agree with what you said. That defensive line controlled the third quarter. They're going to stuff the run there again, too.
Well, you know, I said, Pope John Paul's come into this game averaging over 35 points a game, 36 plus, and Pottsgrove had only given up 5.5 points. So obviously their offense has really had some success against that really tough Grove defense.
Well, third down, very important third down and 7 for Pottsgrove.
I mean, Pottsgrove comes in after that big win over Pottstown last week where they really shut them down, and they had a lot of momentum coming into this game.
Cisco out of shotgun and...
Yeah, that was a little do-over job there.
Good ball.
That's going to be third
Snap
down and
infraction.
12.
Still third down.
Not the position Billy Hawthorne wants to be in, behind the sticks again at 3rd and 12. Well, we were due for a good game, Alan. We got ourselves one good tonight. We really do.
And like I said, just the momentum swings when it looks like somebody's ready to regain control, something happens.
Yep, agreed.
Cisco looking near side, floats it out there. Once Springfield, Scarbeck is out there, but Springfield hauls it in and steps out of bounds, or that would have been a touchdown. Their duel continues on that side of the ball.
I don't think that's 25, though.
Is that Cormos?
I don't know. It looks like maybe 28. Maybe it's Liam Haffey. He's got a clean jersey on there, though.
Okay.
Catches the ball and steps out of bounds right there, and the ref was right on it. I think that might be Liam Haffey, number 28.
All right, good call. Sorry, Steve.
I think Scarbeck's on the other side. He's got the gloves on, I believe. He's on the other corner.
You're right. So first down, Pottsgrove.
Got something going on here. Referee not happy. Umpire. Back judge. They're going to add 6 seconds.
While they're doing that, I want to thank Tom Bailey, the PA guy here. He always very nice to us. Good man, does a nice job and adds excitement and enthusiasm to the game.
I want to thank Stevie Ansbach, too. He's working hard here in his new job. Gary Lorenzo moved up in the administrative position, and Steve Ansbach has taken his place.
There goes Cisco, and another good 10-yard run. I wonder, so Gary's not AD anymore? I didn't think so.
No, he's up in the administrative position now, and he oversees the athletic department as we see a replay. This time, Cisco keeps it. Ooh, just gets tripped up from behind there. It looked like he had a little bit more room to run.
Spot the ball about the 22-yard line. Clock inside of 9 minutes left to play in the fourth period. PJP on top by 7. Here's Taylor off the left side. Taylor toward the end zone and gets in there. And we're a point away from being tied.
Boy, did he run hard on that one too, didn't he? Boy, he had a nice crease. Well, you talked about the ebbs and flows of this ball game and how the momentum switches from side to side. And Isaiah Taylor just trying to get the momentum back on his side. They're an extra point away from tying this baby up.
How many yards did you get there?
And we are tied. Wow. A lot to be decided yet. 8:39 left in the clock, and once again, we're tied up.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Wow, this is a dandy.
Well, Al, I'm going to go out on a limb here. This might be one of those proverbial, the last team with the ball wins kind of a game, you know? We've seen them over the years. We've seen them back and forth, and the team that has the ball last has an opportunity to score. This could be one of those games tonight, Al. And we talked a little bit off air about Penn State, Ohio State, big game tomorrow night. Stanford and your alma mater, Notre Dame. However, they're both on at the same time. Yeah. I didn't know that. My remote's going to get a workout, I guess, tomorrow night. Well, I'll tell you what, Sereni's not afraid to kick it deep, is he?
Nope. Is that McCafferty again?
Yep.
And Pottsgrove's been all over him. That's Riley Howard making another big play on special teams.
I'll tell you what, this young sophomore, I'm telling you, he's a tough little dude, man. Look at him, he's slapping 5 now. He's fired up. He's had a couple of nice interceptions this year for the growth. There he comes in there. Look at him. He got a little swag to him, doesn't he?
Special teams important.
Yeah. Well, now they got to buckle down here. I'll tell you what, because Scarbeck can run that little post corner on anybody and get open.
This time Springfield giving a little bit of cushion.
They're going to go inside in the tally again.
Tally a little bit of running room. It's not been there for either side of the running game.
Well, you know what else comes into play here a little bit, Al? Conditioning. Both these two teams are very well conditioned. They have a lot of guys that are playing both ways. You look at the offensive and defensive line. This is going to be a battle of wills going down here the last 8 minutes and 8 seconds.
Second down, about 6.5 or 7. Pump fake going deep over the middle and almost caught, and that would have been a huge gainer.
Boy, that's Scarbeck again. And how about number 33? All of a sudden, Kaleem Smith finds himself in the middle of all this action here in half number 2. And I think Smith has got enough in front of him maybe to deflect him, messed his vision up, couldn't see the ball properly. But Scarbeck darn near came up with another big one.
Yep.
He does have better hands than his father ever did, I'll tell you that much. I'm glad he got his mother's athletic ability, I'll tell you. Well, here we go again. How many times have we said this? Crucial 3rd and long situation, Al.
Gray with another low snap, getting rushed right off the bat and goes down. That's Seaman, Darian Seaman, polished him off for a huge loss.
I'll tell you what, here's another one of the underrated guys for Pottsgrove, the young junior. And then, of course, Bedolos takes him high. But Darian Seaman was the guy who got the first initial contact on him, and then Bedolos finished him off.
And Pottsgrove will have excellent field position.
But you know what, Al? What did it start with? A low snap from center.
Yes.
How many times do we say that? Whenever there's a bad snap in the spread formation, the play never gets off right. Stay away from it.
Ball is not bouncing very far. I don't know if it's the wet field tonight.
It is, yeah. It's like my 9-iron shot out.
Now Pottsgrove ball at the 41 of PJP, 7:02 left to play.
When did you see the sun?
When I needed to jumpstart sales.
Build attendance for an event. Help people find their way. Fast Signs designed new directional signage.
And got them back on track. Get started at fastsigns.com.
There's the play.
Cisco keeps it. Cisco running hard inside the 25-yard line. Taken down by Cormos.
How many times did this play work for him all night? Good trap block by that weak side line. And Cisco, look how he covers up right there at the end of his run. That's a good, heady senior play for Jay Cisco.
Spot the ball at the 24-yard line. Ideally for Pottsgrove, will not want to put the ball up.
Look at Taylor. Look
wow.
at Taylor.
Broke a nice high tackle.
Al, you know, you went to O&J, I went to Pottstown. Every running back that we've ever had that was worth anything got stronger as the game went on.
Yeah.
In that third and fourth quarter, they were able to get some big runs and keep those legs churning. Right there, Taylor was a good example of that.
They rise to the occasion, man. They feel the situation. Almost a 5-yard gain, all on effort. Taylor again breaks the first tackle, but the white shirts come in waves. That was Matula again.
Yeah, he's played great. He really has played a very, very good game, particularly on defense. But again, if I'm PJP now, you know what I'm looking for? Number 11. I'm watching number 11 because he has really picked up some big, big yardage in some crucial situations tonight for the Grove.
Something to think about here. If they don't make it here, do you kick a field goal from
Well, I see Sereni over there working out a little bit and getting loose.
Third down, about 4.5. Cisco's going to hand it to Taylor, and they're going to have to make that decision right now. Well, fourth down at the 20.
And I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, but they went right towards the middle of the field to make the field goal a little better. I never liked to put it all on a field goal kicker, particularly in high school. You know, in the pros, this is a chip shot for those guys anymore, but this is not a gimme for number 2, even though he certainly has more than enough leg.
Yeah, this will be a 37-yarder. 37 yards, but from right in the middle. Good snap, good kick, but no good. No good, looked a little low. PJP dodges that bullet.
I think Pottsgrove got a little conservative there in that last series of downs. After they got that big first down, they got very, very conservative. They went towards the middle of the field. And like I said, that's a tough, tough play for a high school kid. Unless you have some guy who's going to sign to go to Alabama or whatever who can boom them from 50 yards, that's a tough play. Yeah. I would have been a little more aggressive to try to get a first down there myself. Now that gives the ball back to PJP. The last man standing, I don't know.
From their own 20. Gray in trouble again, and again goes down. And a late flag.
I think they're going to call a face mask. I think they're going to say somebody got a hand on it up there in his helmet.
Or it looked like a headshot late. Somebody came in with a head.
I think it's a face mask. Right there.
Oh, I think you're right. You are right.
It's a face mask. Inadvertent jobby. They're not going to give him a big one, but that was definitely a face mask. Good call by the official.
He has had no time to throw.
Well, I think that's the key to attack is to rush. Come with a blitz, try to man up and not give him something real quick because he likes those quick little throws.
Pitch back to Talley, getting chased. Forced out of bounds. A very short game.
white knuckle time, Al. White knuckle time for both these two coaches. Both of these two guys want this win so badly. Billy Hawthorne in his first year, 5-0, yet to taste defeat. And of course, Rory Graver, who 2 years ago pulled the big upset off as they knocked off Pottsgrove 18-12 for the first time in their school history. Now 2 years later, he's trying to do it again.
Second down and about 6.5. Gray will roll this time. Fires out into flat, well over the head of the intended receiver, McCafferty. And that will bring up third down. And Pottsgrove figures, hey, we got one more stop. We're going to get the ball in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you know, if you're a Pottsgrove fan, you hope that missed field goal opportunity doesn't come back to haunt you. Like I said, I thought Billy got a little conservative there after he got that big first down.
Third down and 6.5. And his favorite receiver, Steve Scarbeck, comes out near side, has a huge cushion for Springfield. Gray's looking deep over the middle, fires a laser. It's over the head of Scarbeck, and it's going to be a punting situation.
Hey, 3:59, plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of time.
They're making another shot at that field goal.
Well, Sereni's over here warming up and trying to get loose. I think he rushed that last run a little bit.
Man, that pass was a bullet.
Yeah, it was. Oh, I mean, he's got arm strength, no doubt about it. Like I said, if he can learn how to corral that up a little bit, sometimes you got to take it a little bit off of that as well. Throw that touch pass.
And over end punt that will bounce.
Oh, man.
Man, people have gotten way too close to that thing.
Oh, man.
That'll take years off your coach's
Got
life.
that right.
All right, we'll be back. Looks like it's going to be an exciting finish. Tied up.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
I knew it was too good to be true, Al.
Another procedure penalty.
We haven't heard from our
dead
buddy
ball.
for a couple of minutes.
Encroachment on the offense.
Right. So
5 yards.
I didn't catch it. Was that a receiver coming too close
I
to
don't
line?
know. I don't know. I just want to. This has been a heck of a football game. I want the white 11 and the maroon 11 to decide which guy wins this game.
Yeah. Not the guys with the stripes.
Correct. I mean, unless there's something blatant that you know, that's a different story.
PJP defensive line squeezing the ball carrier.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that call either there. You know, it was sort of a delay kind of a thing, and they've been doing better when they just give the ball to Taylor right off tackle and let him try to find a crease and go, or keep it yourself and go with it. Good defense, though, by PJP. You do have to keep your eye on that clock a little bit now as it continues to move, and you know, Pottsgrove doesn't have that quick strike ability as much as they used to.
Cisco out of the shotgun. Will hand to Taylor. Taylor with some room gets out of bounds right about midfield. And that still will bring up third down and long.
He's going to sleep well tonight, I believe, Al. He's going to sleep well tonight. Young Isaiah Taylor doing a nice job. For all you youngsters out there, notice he has his ball. The ball he's carrying in his right arm, which is the one closest to the sidelines. So in case there is a little bobble, that goes out of bounds. Well, I hate to say it, crucial third down now.
And do they throw it? They're going to run the option and almost drop it. Oh, Cisco, this thing has been huge for them. Cisco with a flag from way downfield. I mean, that flag came from Gilbertsville.
It
Cisco
did.
with a first down.
Come on, Cisco, you can't get hurt now, buddy. Billy Hawthorne is not happy at all. I'm not sure what's going on here.
I think it's cramp on they're calling it a hold.
We just got done saying it's just been such a good game that you'd hate to see this thing determined by a penalty. I think they had enough to get a first down, though, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Cisco's got to be able to shake that thing off.
That has been their best offensive weapon.
Yeah,
all
he's been really, give
red.
some hot water.
10 yards.
This has been
Still a
a
first
great
down.
game, Al. I'm glad you and I are up here to see it and to call it and be a part of the PCTV Network Sports.
Yeah, this is a classic.
This is one of those games that you're going to say at the end, it's a shame one of these two had to lose it.
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Proud of both teams.
Absolutely.
Long count. Cisco again. Cisco finds a little crack up the middle and goes for about 4 yards. As the clock comes down to 2:25.
Looks like we got a PJP player down. There you talked about that cramps again. Now it's at the end of the game when people are starting to get tired, Al.
And at this point, that's when you say, I hope.
Yes.
I hope it's a cramp.
Yep.
But he's in pain.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Business law is complex because it's easy to make costly mistakes. OWM is able to handle any area of law that a business or individual in our community needs.
We are the ones who are uniquely talented and uniquely positioned to do that for your benefit. That's what drives me to come to work every day.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
Been playing both ways, and you lose a little bit of hydration there. I'm sure it'll water him up, and he'll be back.
You know, it's hard to see these numbers when they're clean, but when they're dirty.
I hope that's not our old buddy Anderson, number 67. It could be Sean Anderson.
Second down and 7. We have 2:23 left to play in regulation. We're going to go Taylor. Taylor is dropped after a yard.
There's my guy, Natala.
Man, he has played a hell of a game.
He really has.
Heck of a game.
That time he just sort of submarined under the offensive lineman there and got Taylor around the ankles.
You would think at this point, man, 2 down territory here or not?
I don't know.
Or do you play for overtime?
I do. I do. I think he played the percentages.
Cisco's going to keep it, and again, Cisco with a huge gain on a keeper. Inside the 15-yard line. They have no answer for Jay Cisco on the keeper.
Well, that's one way to make your coach's mind up for you. Get it on 3rd down so you don't have to go to that crucial 4th down play. Jay Cisco has been huge in this ball game, picking up first down. I bet he's got 6 first down carries here in this ball game.
Yep. Seems like every time he turns the field, he gets at least 10 yards.
This time they run the option, and he keeps it. He does a heck of a job cutting back into the secondary.
Clock running at 1:10. That's Taylor. Taylor with a hole up the middle toward the goal line.
He's inside the 3, I believe, Al.
Yep, close to another first down as the clock is inside a minute.
We're going to watch this play again. This is just a straight isolation play. And again, you got your will and your will and your will and my will, and let's go, baby. And that time, number 3 did a heck of a job, and there's going to be a timeout. Good call by Bill Hawthorne, especially with his quarterback still a little gimpy. I think he's feeling the effects of a little bit of a cramping issue as well.
Next week's game, once again, oh, if it could be even a fraction as good as this one. Muhlenberg against Ursinus. Ursinus so far undefeated going into tomorrow's game at Johns Hopkins.
Do they have turf down there?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yep, don't have to worry about mud.
Do they still have that big old tree in the end zone? At
No,
all?
they took it down.
Did they really?
They finally took it down.
Man. Hey, don't forget about Monday night. We're live. Channel 28, 6:30 to 8. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll be breaking down all this week's action and looking ahead to next week as well.
Cisco under center. Let's see if he keeps it. He does. Toward the end zone. Into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Jay Cisco. Man, I'll tell you what. He ain't the biggest dog in the fight, but he's got a big heart.
Yeah,
he's
does.
got a big, big heart. He's one of those bright kids, understands stuff, does what Coach Hawthorne in the offensive group wants. Boy, I tell you what, he is just a big game player. I think they're short a guy. Who's not in there? Who's not in there? What do they need? They need a ball? Come on.
All right.
All right, well, how about playing with a ball here? All right, come on. Come on, Steve Jansbach. I see you down there, AD. Let's get a ball down there on the sideline.
I would have brought one from home if I knew they needed one.
They need a kicking ball. What's Billy Hawthorne's yelling about something? I'm not sure what he sees. Snap is good. Kick is up. That baby's drilled. If he would have kicked that one from the 37, he would have made that one, that's for sure.
Yep. 35-28, PJP with 50 seconds left to go. Also thanks Randall Cuthbert. Is that the Randy Cuthbert? He used to play for CB West and
Yeah,
Duke.
I'll tell you what, he was a heck of a player.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, it's good to see Bill Shirk as well. I tell you, he still looks good. He looks like he did 25 years ago.
Yep.
Man.
Our director tonight, Constantine Gustellis. Matt Wagner, assistant director. Graphics by Adzori. Cameraman Dave Oxenford right up here beside of us, up in the booth. Dave and Josh Scone on camera. Garrett Wildgust. Late change there. Brian Scone operating the graphics. Dave, I keep thinking back to what you said. I really do feel bad that one of these, Jim Kelly doing the sideline cam, I do feel bad that one of these guys.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. This has been a heck of a football game.
Man, I'll say.
Well, let's see how this coverage team works.
They kick it deep. Is that our friend McCafferty?
Where's my buddy 14? Look at Rayleigh. Look at Rayleigh.
Oh,
look at Riley.
Again.
Riley Howard. I had him the whole way. Nobody picked him up.
He has been a force on the special team.
He's going to be the bad dude in the sophomore class, old Riley Howard. He's going to be king of the lunchroom on Monday morning, that's for sure. Well, you know what? They can't fall asleep on Scarbeck and Cormos, so those guys can jet. And I'll tell you what, even number 2, CJ, can do it as well.
I'm sorry, 45.6 seconds. They have to give him time. Over the middle, it's intercepted.
There's my guy.
Riley Howard comes something again.
Wow. I'll tell you what, you can even see Justin Adams shaking hands with a couple of the kids. I think that's Natali and the quarterback. A lot of respect was gained and earned here tonight, and what a heck of a play by the young sophomore, Riley Howard. You get a little pressure, and he tries to force one in there, and you can see he's just playing deep center field, and what a heck of a play by number 14, the young sophomore. Get the ball and take a knee. Don't even worry about shotgun. Get under center, take a knee, get in the victory position.
I don't think PJP has any more timeouts left.
Well, it's like I said a little bit earlier, Al, and you reiterated, it's a shame one of these two teams has to go home on the losing side of the ledger tonight. This was a heck of a football game, but give Pottsgrove a lot of credit. They've been here before. They're used to playing in these big games, Al, and this is where Rory Graver wants his team to get. He's only an inch away from getting there. He really is.
But man, both teams a lot of heart tonight, Ed. And that's going to do it. Pottsgrove in a seesaw game, back and forth we went. Pottsgrove wins 35-28. Dave and I'll be back to wrap it up after this.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day. With homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Well, we're back here. They're still playing the Pottsgrove alma mater, and you know, I feel so happy for those guys in maroon, but I feel so bad for those guys in white because they both deserve to win.
This was a heck of a football game. This is what high school football is all about. This is what I wish we could see week in and week out. There were two teams. They came in here. They laid it all out on the line. Pope John Paul trying to get to the position that Pottsgrove has been for many, many years. And I think a little bit at the end, Pottsgrove experience sort of overcame the Golden Panthers.
Yeah, we saw both teams. We saw special plays on special teams. We saw good passing. We saw defenses at times be stingy when they had to.
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. You know, and I said you see all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Big plays, you know, you can see the bright future that Kamal Gray has. Obviously, the skill set that he has, the arm strength. Got to learn to corral it a little bit as he was a little wild and high at times. You saw what Cormos and Scarbeck can do. And then all of a sudden you saw what the Pottsgrove's offense and defensive lines can do, which Bill Hawthorne calls the heart of the team, as they opened up holes for Isaiah Taylor and then, of course, Jay Sisko for the ultimate winner.
Instant classic.
Yeah, good one.
Pottsgrove wins 35-28. We hope you enjoyed it. And for Dave Ridenour, I'm Al Ganosa, and for the entire PCTV Network crew, thanks for watching.
Welcome to Theo's Jarls.
Hi, I'm Martha, and this is my brother Donnie. Our parents, Theo and Maria, started this business here at Quakertown Farmers Market 34 years ago. When they immigrated from Greece in 1979, they opened their first location on Broad Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
You've also been doing Music Fest and Celtic over the years.
Over the years, we've developed a great customer following and are known for having the best gyros. We use the freshest ingredients and make our own tzatziki sauce daily. Pair our gyro sandwich with fresh cut fries. Let's make them break and add feta cheese. Finish it off with a piece of baklava.
Hi folks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
Can I get a gyro, no onions?
Of course. Anything to drink for today?
I'll have a birch beer.
Yes, sir. We only have one size. Is that okay?
Yep.
Great. Any fries or pierogies for today?
Side fries.
Yes, sir. I'm Theo, and I help out my aunt and uncle at Theo's Gyros. My grandfather and my grandmother started this restaurant 30 plus years ago, and we're still going strong. Thank you for coming in.
I'd like to say, in my best Brooklyn accent, Theo's is the best. We've been coming here for 20 plus years, 35 miles from Clinton, New Jersey. We've been to Athens, my wife and I, and we asked for a gyro. And we concluded that Theo's was better, and we've told them. Theirs is the best. The service here is wonderful. Theo, little Theo, who's about 6 foot, Maria, Joy, Martha, and Don. You couldn't ask for better people. You leave here with a smile.
If you want the best gyros, come visit us in the Town Farmers Market. Thank you so much, guys.
Καλή όρεξη.